Greetings! Today I want to show you how I made this historically inspired posture correction device. First I made a sketch and it will lace up in the back to correct your posture. You will need half a meter of fabric. I used some linen leftovers, 2 long zip ties, 8 eyelets and 2 to 3 meters of lace cord. First I drew a pattern that I could follow. This was a guessing game, I guess. Then I refined my sketch and cut it out. I made a downloadable free pattern for you if you want to follow along. Link is in the description. Note that the pattern has no seam allowance included. Print the pattern out on A4. Check that the square is still 1 centimeter squared, and then you can just cut it out and use it as is. Or if you don't have a printer, you can scale it up by your own. I have here 2 cut-out patterns to show you the shape of the finished piece. Next, measure around your shoulder and under your arm. Tight fit is required. For me, this measurement is 43 centimeters. Here you see my picked linen fabric. It was wrinkly, so I ironed it and then folded it in half. Next, I laid the pattern pieces on the fabric, traced around it, and then repeated 3 more times. Now we need the measurement from before. Cut out 2 12 cm wide strips with the length of your measurement. Note that you will see me use the iron throughout the video, but I won't show you all the times. Just use it whenever your fabric gets wrinkly or you turn something inside out. I marked the middle line of my 12 cm wide fabric straps, but this is totally not necessary. You see why in a bit. I took the stripes and folded them along the long side, making a 6 cm wide stripe of double layered fabric. Then I cutted out the other pieces. Note that I do not cut directly on the line. This extra space is my seam allowance. Now I opened the fabric, aligned the pattern piece on it, and traced around it. Make sure that your corners are perfectly aligned. By now you should have 4 back pieces and 2 stripes. Time to sew. Sew along the open edge of your stripes, about 0.5 centimeters from the edge. Then struggle through the turning around of the fabric. Keep going, you will eventually get there. Next, iron it flat. Take the strip and fold it in half again. Pin it and sew along both long edges. This is how the strip should look like, but I wasn't satisfied. So I decided to draw on some extra decorative lines and sew along them. This step is however not necessary, but I really like the result. Here you see the finished drawn pattern that I sewed along. And here the finished strips. They look way better. Now on to the back pieces. I laid two on top of each other, lines facing outside, and sew along all the straight edges, leaving the curved bit open. Here you see the finished seam. Now I clip the corners, reduce the seam allowance to 0.5 centimeter, and then turned it inside out. I used a pen or a pencil to get in the corners and make them super sharp. Next, you guessed it, ironing. Now we need to cover the last open edge. Therefore, I folded the fabric inward on one side. I tried to match the pencil line on the other side. This is tedious, but necessary. Give it a good press. Fold and match the other side, and iron again. I have now sewn along the folded edge, closing it off. Fold the back piece in half. Make sure you can see the fold line when opening it up again. Insert the fabric stripe and sandwich it between the back piece. Make sure your other one is mirrored. I have sewn along the stripe's edge, securing them in place. Double check that they are mirrored. Then I also drew on the lines as on the stripes and sewn along them and finished off two straight sides on the back piece. It should look like this. Now the zip ties come in. Mark your boning channels 2 mm wider as your zip ties are. Start at the straight edge. 2 rows of bones. 2 cm of space for the eyelets and another bone. This is a little preview how it will look with the eyelets. Now I have sewn along the boning channel. The curved side should still be open. Measure and cut the boning. Insert it, and when all bones are in place, finish off the curved open edge. Now mark the eyelet holes. I place them evenly, starting 1.5 cm away from both edges. I have divided the space between those 2 points by 3. This gives me the distance to mark out the other 2 points. And with the magic of video editing, they are done. Let's pretend everything went down smoothly. Now lace them up. I hope you can see the lacing pattern that I used. And don't be like me, use 2 to 3 meters of lacing cord. I had to fix mine later, because it was way too short. Congratulations, you are now done. Here you see me without it. Me trying it on. You see my picture, because it was way too short. And my posture with it on. I think the difference is pretty astounding. I fixed it with tying it underneath my bra. Thanks for watching, bye bye!